Talking with Mike provided a lot of good information on inaccessible text from a service provider standpoint. To fully understand the issues surrounding inaccessible text, it's really important to get a user's perspective as well. Alexis Georges is a student at the University of Iowa who uses accessible electronic text, and she's agreed to sit down and talk with us about some of the issues she runs into with inaccessible text. Alexis, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Alexis, you use accessible electronic text. What difficulties do you have with standard text?
Whenever I look at the standard text, I usually have trouble comprehending the material. I usually get sidetracked a lot if I hear other people who are just talking and I can't really focus on what's in front of me.
So what advantage does electronic text provide to you?
Typically, I have a program called Kerswell, which converts the text onto the computer, and then I can actually look at the document and hear it at the same time, where it'll highlight each word as it's being read, which helps me to have both areas of visual and auditory learning at the same time.
So you're more of an auditory learner then?
I am. I have trouble focusing, so it helps to be able to hear it and look at the reading.
So for a class, what do you typically need to have converted into accessible text?
Usually I will need the books converted as well as the icon documents, which a lot of teachers have been putting more of their readings on icon versus just having a textbook.
So the icon material is typically other readings that are posted online?
Yeah, and it'll be something that's due starting in the beginning of class, which gives me some troubles early on in the semester to get caught up right away.
Well, let's talk about that. What's the biggest issue that you have with text that's put up on a class website?
I think the biggest issue is when I do have a PDF version and it goes into the program, it's not aligned the correct way when I try to print it, and that causes me problems because then I can't print the material for class, so I will print a separate document and then go through and just look at what I highlighted so I can have notes for class. I don't get my syllabi until the first week of classes. So once I get the materials, then I'll have to go buy the books, look on the icon sites, and then go through step by step to see if it's actually converted the way I need it into a PDF. For the books, I'll have to buy them and bring them in here and have them copied and put onto the program, which usually can take up till the second or third week of school, so I'm already behind at that point.
How much easier would it be if instructors made text accessible right from the get-go?
I think that would really help a lot. It would save so much time during the beginning of the semester. I could get everything done as it's presented to the class instead of trying to play catch-up later on.
Alexis, thank you for providing us with that perspective. It's really helpful to understand what issues a user has with inaccessible electronic text.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
After talking with Mike and Alexis, we should have a pretty good understanding of what makes a document inaccessible and the problems that can cause for users. In the next couple of videos, we're actually going to walk you through the process of creating several different types of accessible documents.